Hello, I'm not gonna lie. I picked this channel name about 5 minutes ago on ChatGPT. So, welcome to Purposeful Perspective. That's a mouthful, jeez. But the reason for this channel, I think, is to document. Okay, hello, come again. The reason for this channel, is to document my life, my goals, my aims, to help other people with self improvement and having a different perspective of what life is and what life can offer you, to be honest. Because honestly, psychology and sociology and things like of that matter is things that I'm interested in. I've been interested in for a long time, and I've always thought about starting a channel, but it was just I don't know. It was a scare it was a fear, that I always had for no reason. Because at the end of the day, who actually cares? And that's why in this channel, when I eventually start clipping on TikTok and all that, I'm gonna block everyone I know. I'm not gonna have contacts. I'm not gonna share it with anyone. This channel is simply me and whoever's watching. It's a very raw experience, a very authentic experience about life. I'm somebody who, I've got a lot of goals in life. I wholeheartedly believe I will be rich and I will succeed. That's not a question that I ever doubt one time in my life. I've never doubted it. Never ever doubted myself. But one thing I can say is I procrastinate a lot. And I'm always starting and stopping, starting something new. Like, I never stay consistent on one thing. So the reason for this channel is basically just to take accountability. If I'm being honest, it's purely about accountability and genuinely trying to make something. Because I feel like if I'm documenting and I'm watching back every day and I'm posting every day, then I have no excuse to better myself at all. Because if I'm going to sit here and talk to other people and try to give advice and say you should do this or you should try this or you should self-improve because of this and that, unless I've lived it and proved it myself, I'm talking nonsense. That's just the reality of it. I'm talking absolute nonsense until stuff starts coming into fruition. That's pretty much it. So I don't really have an idea what I'm going to do with this channel, the exact plan, the exact whatever, but I know that I've woken up every single day and this is an interest I've had. I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to encourage people to understand that you can do whatever you want. It's as simple as that. No matter what happens in this life, you can do whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. And it's a concept that a lot of people hear online and they struggle with, and they just think that it's simple as, I want to be rich, so you're going to be rich. No. I don't know the Bible verse word for word, but it's along the lines of ask for it, pray for it, and it is done. Simple. If you sit here and say today, I'm going to be a millionaire in 10 years, and you pray on it, you never have to worry about that thought ever again. And I've had multiple examples in my life where that's come into truth. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not somebody who's always been massively religious and, go to church on a Sunday, Bible study on a Wednesday. I've not always been that person. I'm not going to lie. That's only something that I don't even do that. But I've definitely started to get closer to God recently due to certain experiences that have happened to me in my life. And because of that, I feel like I'm well equipped to speak in a manner and to discuss this matter, because I am living proof that although, don't get twisted, I am nowhere near where I need to be or I want to be. But from where I've come to now, there is a huge difference. And the only thought I've ever had during any times that I've been low, any times I've been broke, any times I've just had mental challenges or anything, the only thing I always wholeheartedly believe is everything will always work out for me. It sounds insane to say, especially if you're like me, you come from an underprivileged family, you didn't grow up rich, you didn't grow up seeing Lamborghinis and fast cars and this and that and watches and whatever. You didn't grow up seeing that. So it's hard to believe in yourself to think that no matter what you do, everything will work out. But whether good or bad, if I've wanted to do something, it's happened. For example, I'm 21. I live in this house that you can see. It's a flat, 2-bed flat. It's a crazy achievement to me. But I feel like because of the way I got it and how I had, what I had to get through, to get it, I always downplayed the achievement until I had one of my friends call me a couple days after I moved in and say, well done, congratulations. You've been speaking about this since we were kids. Like, I've always said, by 21, I want to live far away from where I grew up. I want to have my own cat, which you saw before. I want to be doing my own thing that nobody really knows what I'm doing, and I'm here. Trust me, people that do know me personally, hopefully they don't see this, but I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations in my life. I've done a lot of things where people wouldn't agree with it and say that's the wrong way to do this, etc. But every single decision I've ever made in my entire life has led me to that moment. The moment of, here's the keys, this is your house now. Or picking up my cat for the first time. Like, moments like that is when I have to sit down and think, okay, I can do this. Everything can work out for me, because it has. And because I have that everlasting belief in the fact that it will always work out for me, the world aligns with that. And people think manifestation and all this is just nonsense and witchcraft, and it's not. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but it is not. As I said to you, the Bible verse I said before, that's manifestation. If you sit and say, I want this, I'm going to do this, and blah, 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 and that's it. You work every single day towards a goal that you want to achieve. It's impossible. It is statistically impossible that you will not progress. You can never, ever, ever be at the bottom forever. No matter what you do in this life, it's impossible to be stuck in the same position forever. Even if something minuscule changes in your life every single day, by the time you've gone through the whole year, 365 days, if you've got 0.1% progress every day, times that by 365, we're not talking small numbers anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? As long as you have the everlasting belief that, yeah, I'm going to do this goal that I set out to do, and I'm going to do it to my best ability. I have wholehearted belief and faith in what I'm talking about and what I'm going to do. No one's opinion should matter, because it's done already. That's just how it is. I can't decide for you how you're going to do this, or how you're going to do this, or what you want to do. I can't even give you a purpose in life. I can't. Because at the end of the day, that's personal. That's between you. What I want and what somebody else might want is not the same thing. I want to be rich. I have no shame in saying I love money. I've always loved money. I've always wanted to be rich. I have never imagined a life where I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm coming back from work. No, I've never imagined that. For me, it's always been, I have to have an exponential amount of success. I have to be so successful that every single person in this life who's ever doubted me, ever tried to even talk badly on me, will have to look at me and say, damn, fair enough. That's it. Same way, I've got friends who, they don't care about being rich. They genuinely don't. I've got friends who do apprenticeships. I've got friends who work jobs. I've got friends who have their own businesses. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It's talking about what your goal wants to be. Even, let's say, for example, the friend that has a business. For me anyways, if I want to start a business, I'm thinking 100 million, £1 billion, big numbers. But to him, and he explained it to me in a way of, purpose is always what you want. It's what you believe in. He is happily content with, I don't know, $250,000 a year, whatever the number was, I don't remember. But a decent 6 figures a year. He said as long as he can, his house is good, his cars are good, his family and wife is good, he's all right. He don't need the flashy cars, he don't need any of this. That's not an issue. People have this, how do I explain it? People have this reaction to people that want to succeed to an exponential level because they feel like they've been drawn out of their purpose and their purpose feels belittled. But it's not like that. If I want to have 100 million by the time I die and somebody wants to have £1 million, there is nothing different about our goal. My goal is not bigger than his. My goal is not more important than his. No, not at all. Because at the end of the day, purpose is personal. Do you understand? To me, 100 million that's the bare minimum. That's what I want to make. But to him, it's $1 million. If he made 100 million, he's not going to sit and say, oh my days, I finally made it. What's next? No, he's going to be 100 times more excited because he didn't even expect to get there. Whereas if I've reached 100 million, I'm going to sit there and say, okay, I've reached the goal that I've always wanted to reach. What's next? And that difference, and once you can understand that difference, you understand that your purpose is not led by anyone else except yourself. So please understand when I say that you can be whatever you want. That's not a joke. It's not something, it's not just a saying. It's not some ancient thing. No. If you genuinely sit down and say, I'm going to become this person, and you wake up every single day and put 1% more progress into becoming that person, give it 100 days, you will not be the same person that you started with. You might not be where you want to be, but you will not be anywhere near where you started. And that's one thing I can promise you. Yeah.